So I'm starting this new thing, and I'm going to call it UX Review. And that stands for user experience. Um, I know a lot of people use ad blockers, and I choose not to use ad blockers. And I'll tell you why. I'm going to review websites, and I am not a designer. I'm not a web developer. What qualifies me to review websites and the UX user experience of those websites is that I am a marketer, an ad specialist and a marketer with over 10 years of experience. And the way I look at user experience is what goal am I achieving? And we're going to talk about the look and feel and the user experience of these websites from the perspective of the user, but also from the perspective of the advertiser. Like I said, I know a lot of people use ad blockers, so a lot of people probably don't even see ads. Programmatic ads are what we're going to deal 99% is what, these are going to be programmatic ads is what you would call them if you were buying them or if you were trying to sell them. And they're probably the ads that people see the least. Most people see ads on social media because it's hard to block those. But on the rest of the internet, people use their ad blockers, they don't see the ads, and we're going to talk about why. That's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the hidden reality of the internet. Every web developer knows, every designer knows. When they make this is the website you're currently looking at is the Pride of Detroit website. I'm going to start close to home. This is going to be a series of criticisms, but I'm a Detroit Lions fan. And I want to just put on blast one of my favorite websites. And that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be naming and shaming. Because again, when developers make a website, they know there are two different websites. Every one of these, what you would call a publisher, somebody whose the purpose of the website is to gather eyeballs, right? Their purpose, they're serving two different websites. They're serving one to a user that doesn't have an ad blocker and one to one who does. And we'll talk about the different, we might talk about paywalls, different ways that web developers will force users to look at ads. So that's a way that web developers are aware that and trying to deliver just one version of the website. But anyways, to go back to what I was saying, this is about putting on blast and showing people the internet the way it is. Why people don't like to look at websites without an ad blocker, and what are the big faux pas. And then there's the second part, which is as a business owner, when somebody comes up to you and says, hey, I want to sell you internet ads, what are you getting? What are display ads? Let's look at this. I feel like it's one of the unspoken kind of secret things about the internet, and that's what we're going to take a look at. So what we're going to do is we're going to start fresh. This is Pride of Detroit's homepage, but we're not interested really in homepages necessarily. We're interested in the articles and what that experience looks like. So I want to go with a fresh load. And we're going to turn on my little notation tool. Okay. So at top, we get a little banner ad up here. This actually really isn't that bad, guys. If you're an internet user and this is what gets you, this is what drives you nuts, I think that we should be able to forgive this. We do have a lot here. We have just at first paint, or at top of the fold here, we have two ads. But, we're paying the bills. I would say that this very top spot right here is probably not the greatest in terms of integration into the website, As you can see, there's just all this space. And again, if we were to turn an ad blocker on, this content would move up and this whole space right here wouldn't exist. So it's kind of cleverly, it's an add-on, and I find that to be frustrating because, ads are going to be, you're going to be delivering ads. Don't make it an add-on. Don't make it a little piece that if it got took out, no one would miss it. Because that's exactly why people use ad blockers, and that's exactly what happens, is people take this little piece out and the site still looks fine. You should try and integrate this top banner spot more into your website. It's just kind of a bad placement. I do like that we just saw a little mini site takeover just then. We had the same ad it twice. So I do believe that these are both the same. These are probably both Google ads. Right here. Let's see, yeah, Google syndication. I'm pretty sure both of these are. So that's actually kind of neat. And that we were able to see a mini site takeover of the same ad showing twice on two different spots in the same web page. That was actually nice. I think the only problem with that is that it was so short. I mean, this is kind of a fast refresh. I'm pretty sure that's on Google's end. I'm pretty sure the Pride of Detroit developers aren't the ones who are deciding how fast these refresh. But anyways, yeah, it's kind of fast. So let's move on. No ads through here. That's actually kind of not bad. No ads. Then we get an ad inside the blog, and then we get hit with another one. We get hit with two at once over here. I'm not a huge fan of auto-playing video. I think this format is corny. Like, you're showing a video and you're showing ad content around the video. There's a lot of wasted space right here, in my view. This one over here is deceptive because, as you saw just a minute ago, there was an ad in here, and now it's actual content, which is nice. I mean, just from an advertiser's perspective, the fact that this is going to cycle between real content and ads, I don't know if people are really looking at this, you know, to be honest with you, right? And is this actually content? Yeah, see, this is 100% ads. This isn't even content. That's tricky. Latest video from SB Nation, and I think it's all ads right here. If I click on this, it all goes to the sports book. And then there's an ad right above it right here. So this is some tricky stuff they've got in here. And then another this kind of lazy ad down here. These auto-playing, no audio ads, I don't think they're very effective. And then I did want to talk about this, you know, maybe I won't talk about it too much, but this is what native ads look like. So if you've ever heard anybody talk about native ads, it says sponsored content, right? Except it's obviously, these are all ads. They make it look like it's from the same website. A lot of deceptive content on here so far, right? I mean, we were okay up top with just these normal traditional kind of ads, and sometimes they sync up and create nice little experiences, but once we get down here, we started getting to some deceptive stuff. And then even more so with these native ads, which I'm kind of sick of people thinking that this is okay. These are advertisements. These aren't blog articles from the same Pride of Detroit website. And then we get another lazy ad down here. And I'm pretty sure the laziest of all, yeah. We did get a nice double up right there for a second, but this has probably been down here auto-loading this whole time. If we wait long enough, it'll shift, and I'm pretty sure it's been loading this entire time. That's called below the fold. If you're not insisting that your ads are above the fold, who knows how many impressions that we had of this banner down here just firing away as we were looking at the rest of the website. And it could be true with any of this stuff. All these ads down here at the bottom could have very well fired off an impression when we were just up here looking at this, even though we never even looked at it. And here it is shifting again. Just these auto-loading ads, honestly, I don't know if people are aware of this. You think when you show an ad on a web page that your ad just pops up here and then that's it? That's not true. It looks like it's only, they're only getting 10 seconds, 20 seconds, and then they go away. Think about that. So I guess on this page, overall for user experience, I don't really think it's that bad. So I'm going to go ahead and say that it gets probably a 7 in terms of UX. But I would say that for an advertiser that I would give this page probably a 4 for ads. That looks awful. Look at that. Look at that. Ooh, we rated it. Oh, it's already gone. Okay, I messed that up. Well, 7 for UX, 4 for ads, Pride of Detroit. I think you guys can do a little better.